Hello, I'm Jamila Musayeva, an international etiquette consultant, author of etiquette books, and pre-recorded online courses. Enough with the ASMR, let's get started and see what is inside my makeup bag. But this is not the regular kind of a video about what is in my makeup bag. This is more about all the products that I keep purchasing and repurchasing. So my ultimate go-to or must-haves for skincare and makeup products. All the things that I've been using for many years. So here it is in my little treasure box. Before I get started with showing you what's inside, I know some people will say, you know, why do you always have this like labeled brands and makeup bag? Why does it have to be Louis Vuitton? To be honest, I think it's worth the investment. I have bought this bag many years ago and has been with me for about 8 years by now. The thing about these bags is that apart from it being of a very good quality, very durable, it's very easy to clean the inside of the bag if anything spills. So unlike this cloth makeup bags that get stained easily and then you have to wash them, these leather ones are so easy to use. You just wipe them off and it's clear and clean and you can continue using it without having to dry it. So if you ask me, I think it's worth the investment. If you have the means to afford it, then I would say save up and get this bag because it will last you for a really long time. So now let's see what's inside my bag. It will be in a very random order, nothing in particular from the ones that I love the most to the least. It's just everything that I've been buying and rebuying, and I keep loving them. So far, these have been with me for quite a few years. So this one is a Pixi Retinol Tonic. It has retinol and jasmine flower. It's a smoothing toner. I have been loving this for maybe about, I want to say 4 or 5 years. First time I discovered it was in a Dubai pharmacy. I just decided to take it because I thought it looked cute. It was a retinol tonic, had a really nice design. So I took a small one to give it a try. And that's actually what I usually do. If I'm in doubt about a particular beauty or makeup product, I buy it in a small size. I test it out. If I like it, then I purchase a bigger one because a bigger one lasts you longer. You save up in the end a lot better than if you were to just purchase the little ones. And then I might get a bigger one and then transfer to the little bottle. So this is the tonic that I've been using and I really love it. But with anything containing retinol, you have to be very careful and apply SPF because retinol makes your skin more susceptible to the sun. Next thing I have here is a Shiseido. It's an uplifting and firming day emulsion and it has SPF30. I use it throughout all 4 seasons. What I love about this SPF, I've been buying and rebuying it for many years now. I think last time I checked, some of the places were out of this. So either it's out of stock or they're stopping the production and I'm already freaking out because for some reason, all the products that I love end up being, you know, cut in production for some reason. So when I buy something and I love it, I then buy it in in multiple amounts because I make sure that I have enough of stock. So what I really love about this cream is just it's super light, it's super lightweight, very moisturizing, and it's great when you're just doing on a daily basis because, you know, when you apply a lot of makeup or throughout the day, then layers and layers of cream can feel very heavy on your skin. So I love it because, as you can tell already, it's super absorbed and it's very lightweight on the skin. I don't like when a cream is sticky and then it feels like there's like leather or something on my skin. So this is the product I've been loving and I've been using it and I highly recommend it. It has a little bit of a light scent, so if you're allergic to scents, then I would say perhaps not risk it, but I personally really love products that have very lightweight texture and have this really light, nice scent to it. Next, I have this little Elemis Pro Collagen Marine Moisture Essence. It's like a tonic, but it's an essence. Basically does the same thing. After I've cleansed my skin, I've double cleansed it, then I apply the essence before going on into my skincare routine. So it will be the 3rd step into the skincare. There will be Bioderma, Elemis, and then this Elemis would be the essence I'll apply to make sure that my skin is ready for skincare. Speaking of Elemis, again, you'll see a lot of the mini products that I'm showing, but I actually have it in a larger box. And the reason I'm showing the little ones is because they fit better into this bag and I have a lot of products here. And also when I'm traveling, I will keep on traveling with the smaller products because obviously I want to maximize the space and minimize the space that these ones are occupying. So I have this Elemis Pro Collagen Cleansing Balm. I have been using it for maybe 7-8 years now. My skin is very dry, and this is the balm that I find to be best for cleansing my skin without dehydrating it, without leaving it feeling like it's so tight. So sometimes some cleansers can be so aggressive that they leave the skin feeling like it's super tight and you can barely touch it. So this one is super great for skins that are sensitive, skins that are dry, and I love this fresh nature scent that it has. What I do with these little ones is that I then transfer some product from the bigger Elemis balm into the smaller one, and then I travel with the smaller one. So I keep these bottles for many multiple use. My all-time favorites for cleansing is these combo. So Bioderma Cleansing Micellar Water. I start off with this, and then I continue with this. So the double cleansing always happens, no matter if I just have a very easy light makeup or if it's a really, heavy glam. I always use these two combo together. What I love about the Bioderma, this one is for sensitive skin, is that I've been using it for maybe about 8-9 years now, and it has never created any breakage on my skin, never any irritation. It's a super safe product, and I actually see that a lot of makeup artists also use this product. Again, it's not an advertisement. None of these products are advertised. It's just the products that I personally love, and I keep repurchasing them. For my eyes, my all-time favorite is this facil, which is a non-gas, so non-oily instant cleanser for eyes, for sensitive eyes by Lancome. Again, I have a bigger size of this, but I use this one when I'm traveling. I just transfer everything into a smaller bottle. I love this because it really cleanses the eye makeup very well without you to have to rub it so hard, because oftentimes I use mascara that's waterproof when I'm doing the shoots, or I'm using a heavy eyeliner if it's a glam. So then I have to use something that will take off the makeup very easily, and this does the magic. And the trick that I have, or the tip that I would share, is I add enough on this makeup cotton pads. I apply enough of the product, and then I leave them on my eyes, and I kind of tap them in and soak them in. So then I only have to gently just remove it and don't have to rub my eyes, because again, rubbing eyes can cause allergies. It can also make your eyelashes fall. So I'm very careful when I'm taking off my makeup from my eyes, and generally I would say my face as well. I'm very, very careful with my skincare. I think what my bag can tell about me that I'm thinking now is that I value skincare more than makeup, and I'm a huge skincare junkie, but I'm also very loyal to the things that I love, and in a way I'm conservative. I will try new products. I'm always out and about looking for interesting products, but I always go back to things that I've always first loved, so I'm quite conservative in my choices. And I think what it also tells about me is that I don't necessarily go for just big brands. Just because something is branded doesn't mean it's good for me. You'll see a mix of all kinds of things that I have in my bag. I try to use some pharmacy products and some more popular products, but I would say that it doesn't have to be a brand for me to love it. I just love it because I have preferred to use it over the years, and it has worked for me. So there's no endorsement here, it's just the things that I love. So for skincare, I have this Pure Retinol 1% Night Concentrate number 7. Again, this is the brand I first discovered in a Dubai pharmacy, and I have tried all different kinds of products from this brand. I really love this retinol concentrate. I have this for an eye as well, under eye as well, but this is the one I've keep purchasing. It has collagen peptide, and it's fragrance free, so great for people that have allergies to fragrance. And I've been using it for, I want to say now, 6-7 years, and I really love this product. I actually love a lot of things by number 7. It's a pharmacy product, it's affordable one, but it's really good. Next, I have my favorite Lumify eye drops. Again, not an advertisement, but I first stumbled upon these drops watching a YouTube video by this beautiful lady. She's over 50 and she was doing her skincare, and she talked about this Lumify drops. So I immediately ordered one on Amazon. I started using it, and I have been in love ever since. I also then saw that J-Lo is using it, and a lot of stars are using it. It's very gentle on eyes. It's really good for brightening the eyes, especially when I have a photo shoot or or a video shoot, or I've been just doing a lot of, you know, work and master classes and classes throughout the day, and then you have to go to an event and show up, and your eyes can usually tell if you're tired or not. So eyes don't lie, chico. So Lumify drops really help me. I have one in my bag, so I put it on my eyes, and my eyes feel refreshed, and I feel a lot refreshed, and I look a lot more fresh going into an event after a long day of work. So this is a life-changing eye drop. Next I have here this little product. Again, it's a small one. I have a bigger one. I just keep on transferring it here. It's by Sunday Riley. It's vitamin C rich hydration cream. I was introduced to it a few years ago in a pharmacy in London, or like a skincare boutique in London. The lady told me to give it a try. She said it's really good. I said, well, I'm going to take a smaller one because I don't know if I'll like it. I took a smaller one. I loved it. And then I bought a bigger one that I use that's stationary in my bathroom. And then when I travel, I just transfer the product into this little one. So just to show you the inside, it's just a little bit on the left. It's slightly more rich than the Shiseido one. It smells like an orange pie in a way, so I really love the smell. I love the scent. If you are allergic to scents, this product might not be good for you, but you can easily see how it quickly got absorbed to my skin. It's slightly more thicker because it's a hydration cream, but it works really well with the emulsion. So I first do emulsion and then I do this cream. Next here, I have my very favorite Caudalie water, Eau de Beauté, which is a smoothing, glowing complexion beauty elixir. This is something I use before makeup, after makeup, like a makeup fixator. It works in any ways. What I love about it is that it smells like you're in the woods. It has this really fresh, foresty smell. So it just puts me in a really good mood, in a very calming mood. So even if I don't have any makeup on and I'm at home, I'll just, you know, stop by my makeup beauty station, apply some elixir water, or before going to bed. I just love the scent that it has. It's very calming. If you have one, you know what I mean. I have a bigger bottle, again, in my bathroom, but I have a smaller one for travel. I don't think you can refill this one though. Can you? No, I don't think you can. But I really like the bottles that can be refilled because it makes it easier than for me to buy a bigger product and pour it in a smaller bottle so I can reuse it. So this is not the case. But I do it for Bioderma, by the way. When I have a bigger bottle, I'll just transfer it a little bit from the top in here and continue using this. So these are all my little refillables. For skincare, I have this double serum from Clarins. I have a smaller one as well, or I think this one is a smaller one. So it's hydric and lipidic system. It's complete age control concentrate. So I was very skeptical of serums before, but since using Clarins, I really like the texture. Again, super lightweight. As you can tell, I don't like anything that stays sticky on my skin. I like when it gets absorbed very fast and has like a really nice glow. So I'll apply this serum first, and then I'll do like my emulsion, and then I'll do my hydration C cream. So as you can tell, because I'm using a few products, if a product is really thick and then it like comes off as a second skin, it obviously doesn't look or feel good. So I try to go for really lightweight products that I can build on, and they have different benefits for my skin. So I always go for products that are easily absorbed. Now I guess most of it will be beauty products. So all of this is my repurchased skincare items. And now for something that goes in between skincare and beauty is this Shiseido SPF30 very water resistant quick dry and wet force sport BB. So it's a sports BB cream, but I use it as a daily foundation as well. So whenever I am just out and about and I don't have a shoot, I never apply foundation. I go with this BB cream. I've been using it for now about 5-6 years, and it comes, I think, in 3 tones. There's light, medium, and dark, and it has a light tint to it. So this one is a light one that I'm using. So as you can tell, it has light tint, but it's also SPF and it's also BB. So it gives you this really nice light coverage. No, it doesn't have any pungent smell. It's really light and very good on my skin. So it does the double job. It gives a little bit of tint to the skin. It hides anything that's like super obvious, if it's like a pimple or a freckle I'm trying to cover up, or a pigmentation spot I'm trying to cover up. But then it also provides SPF 50. It's a perfect product for me, so I've been using it, and I use it as foundation as well for daily wear. So now let's get into my beauty products. So this one is a glow cream by Erborian. It is my magic, so to say, secret tool to give my skin this glow that you often see in the videos, and people ask me, wow, your skin is glowing, what is that you're using? And this, before I apply that, is what really makes and breaks the deal. It is this face cream that is ultra radiant effect. It almost looks like I have some kind of like a filter on my skin. When you apply it, it looks white, but when you then rub it into your skin, it has this really beautiful pink glow. It really works well with skins that have cold undertone, so like mine. I have this pinkish cold undertone, which really looks good on my skin, and then it gives this beautiful glow. So before applying my foundation or BB cream, I do this, and that does the magic. Next is this Hourglass Illusion. It's Hyaluronic Skin Tint with SPF15. So this is the one I use instead of foundation. If I have a shoot, if I have, if I have to go to a wedding, a party, so instead of that SPF, I'll be using this Hourglass one. It's an illusion, so it's a skin tint as well, so it's not really a foundation. It's light coverage, but more coverage than this BB cream, and I love it. I think it looks good for my skin. This one is in color Shell. I think it's slightly darker than my actual skin tone, so than my face, but I think this is the lightest they had. I might be wrong, but I think this is the lightest I could find. Next, my favorite product, again, this is the one that I've been using for maybe 3-4 years now. It is this Fluid Illuminator or Sheer Light Glow Highlighting Fluid by Chanel. It is super lightweight. Again, most of my products come in liquidy form. I don't like dry powders because my skin is super dry, and it gives this beautiful illuminating glow. I really don't like highlighters that look like you have like applied them a lot, that feel like I don't know what they feel like, but you look like this glittery cake. I don't like that. I like when everything is like dewy, glowy, without the feeling of like overburdened like a glitter cake. So this is something that works well for me. I applied on my cheekbones, I applied on my collarbones, I applied here. So oftentimes when you ask me in the videos, I'm going to show you a little bit now, when you ask me, your skin is glowing, what have you applied? So this is the secret. I applied on these collarbones, so they're like really nice and shiny. I don't know if I'm doing it right because I can't see myself, but essentially this gives me a really beautiful glow, and it actually melts into the skin. I'll apply a little bit on the shoulders as well when I have extra product, because when I have a dress that has exposed my shoulders, I like when they're glowing as well. And it's again super lightweight, which is very important for me. So this is the magical thing that gives that glow to my skin. But I also have a really nice body care, skincare routine that helps me have that glow. If you want me to do a video on body care to have this like glowing skin on your body, let me know down in the comment section. Just write yes, so I know that a lot of you would want to see that. And continuing on with my favorite repurchase beauty item is this Pillow Talk blush wand by Charlotte Tilbury. It again comes in really beautiful spongy form. Again, all my blushes, highlighters, everything is liquidy. It's like a liquid one, and then you can just blend it really well into the skin. It's very easy to apply, so I don't have to just use my fingers. I can apply it with this, I can blend it with this, but I prefer to use my finger because the warmth from my finger really melts the product into my skin. In general, when I'm doing the makeup, I like when it doesn't feel like I have lines between products, so everything is just super blended and like a sfumata form. Like if you're an artist, like sfumata form, like Leonardo da Vinci would do, when the background is blurred and everything is kind of mixed, so you can't see where the colors are ending. That's the kind of an effect I love on makeup. I like when everything is super blended and there are no strict lines, be it your lip liner, be it your eye makeup. I can't always achieve that because if I'm going for a glam by a makeup artist, they usually have this certain lines where everything ends, but if I'm doing it on my own, I like to blend things very well in. Next, I have here some more products, my favorite ones from Charlotte Tilbury. I actually really love the brand by itself for makeup. I've tried some products that I've bought once and never bought again. There are some that I've tried and I really liked it and I kept on repurchasing. So these two palettes, I bought them maybe like 3-4 years ago because Dior, that I usually used to use and loved it, that had a palette color that I loved, they stopped producing that color palette and it's just now in a smaller size. So I had to look for other options, and this is when I found Charlotte Tilbury. So the two palettes I have, one is the glittery one and it has the rose pinky ones and then the gray ones that I use when if I'm out and about going for a wedding or an evening occasion makeup. And the other one is the one I use on a daily basis. This is the new one I repurchased. As you can tell, I don't use a lot of it on a daily basis, but I use it when I'm, if I'm doing a shoot during the daytime. So it has all the beige ones, light beige ones, and a black one. This is the color palette I usually go for when I'm doing my daily makeup. This is my second palette already, and I don't use that much, so it takes me about a year and a half to go through a palette. So it's a rather recent one. It again depends on how much I'll be going to events and how much I'll be doing my makeup. Okay, next is this another Charlotte Tilbury product, is this Rock and Coal Iconic Liquid Eye Pencil, and this is in Barbara Brown. What I love about her eye pencil, and I've actually talked about it to a lot of makeup artists, whenever they see me use this, they're like, oh, we love it too. The reason I love it is that it's very smooth when you apply it, so you don't have to rub the skin of your eye to try to apply it. It's very smooth. It's super important for me in any kind of liner, be it an eyeliner, eyebrow liner, lip liner. I really need the stick to be very smooth. But then what I love about it, you can easily blend it, but once you've blended in, it will not melt in a way, because a lot of eyeliners, they can be very rough on your eye, but then throughout the day they melt, especially because this part of our eyes get teary, and then it will start melting down throughout the day, or it'll just have a little bit of eyeliner under the eye. This one stays in. Once you've blended in, it will stay in, and I find it perfect combination of both features that I love in any liner, that it stays on but it's smooth. What I think would be better if they improved, so shout out to Charlotte Tilbury for doing this perfect product, maybe something that I could just like move it like this and it will come out, or maybe something on this side where I can easily sharpen the pencil, because sometimes when I travel I forgot the eye sharpener, and then I forget that I cannot use this, so it's a little bit difficult. I like when the eyeliner just like either comes out through this mechanism below like that, or there's some tool attached to it, so if in case I'm traveling and I forgot one sharpener, it's always by the side of an eye pencil. So next is my mascara. I've tried a lot of different mascaras, a lot of different brands, high-end brands, pharmacy brands, and I think the brand that does it the best all the time is L'Oreal. No other brand does a better mascara than L'Oreal, and it has a lot of options you can choose from. The one I am currently in love with is called Volume Million Lashes. Again, it really depends on what you're looking for in a mascara, because some people have short lashes and they want to lengthen it. I have long enough lashes, but they don't have that volume, or they're not like curvy. So this one gives curves, but it also gives volume to it. Like it makes them thicker in a way than they actually are. So there's a lot you can choose from, but this is my personal favorite one. The brush works for my eyelashes, and I think you always have to know what works best for yours or your eyelash type. But I think in terms of the product design and product quality, L'Oreal does it the best. Next, here I have this eyebrow pencil slash perfect design, by the way, is by this Benefit. What I love about this eyebrow pencil is that it has this little brush over here, so you can give it a perfect shape, a perfect brush, and blend everything in. And you have here the pencil, and the perfect part about the pencil is that you see the mechanism, it goes up and down. This is what I was talking about when I was referring to Charlotte Tilbury eye pencil, that it needs this mechanism as well, because sometimes when I'm out and about I forget to take the sharpener. This is perfect. You can just lift it up, lift it down, so protect the pencil. And then it is in color 4.5, which is good for me. It's like dark charcoal black. and I have been buying this eyebrow pencil for forever that I remember. I used to use Benefit's eyebrow gel as well, but I also realized throughout watching my YouTube videos that it's not doing that well for my eyebrows, that my eyebrows then are kind of looking in all kinds of directions. So I didn't really like the eyebrow gel, though I've been using it for many years, but I stopped using it for about a year now because I don't really like what it does to my eyebrows. It's not really keeping them in that I wanted. You know, that's the purpose of an eyebrow gel. So maybe it's just my eyebrows that are quite bushy and don't stay together well. I don't know. Next, I have this Nars Concealer. I have been introduced to it by, I think, a makeup artist, and I've been using it for maybe 3 years now. I won't say 2-3 years now. So it's not like a long-standing favorite. It's a new standing favorite, but I really like it. I like that it's in light 2.5. It's called Creme Brulee. I like that it's lightweight and that it doesn't create creases under my eye, which is super important for me when it comes to a concealer. And now, the last but not least, my lip liner pencils. I'm a huge junkie when it comes to lip liners. I'll try anything, anywhere, all kinds of lip liners. But these are the ones that I have been loving for some time. This is a Charlotte Tilbury Lip Cheat. Again, Charlotte Tilbury is one love when it comes to lip liners. This one works perfectly well for me. An important feature in a lip liner for me is, again, that it is smooth, that it's not dry, it's not sticky, that it's smooth, because I never leave a lip liner like it is. I always rub it in, I always blend it in with my fingers so that there are no strict lines around my lips. Then I have this little one. What was this? I actually don't know what the brand is anymore because I've sharpened it enough not to see the brand. I want to say this was Shiseido, but I don't know for sure. I have to double check this later on. So it's a little one like that. It has the blender brush in here, so if you're applying, again, this is super smooth. You apply it and then you can blend it with a blush. It's really cute, but it says Milano, so it's not Shiseido. Then I don't know what it is. And then there is this one. It is by Revolution, maybe. I think, yeah, I bought it in a Dubai pharmacy, so it must be some kind of a pharmacy lip liner. It's broken. I need a sharpener for this. Again, this one also is super smooth. And the reason these three are my favorites, there are actually more that I just couldn't find them here. The reason these three are my favorites is because they're the closest ones to my lip color. So I once saw a video that showed that in order to find out your actual lip color, you have to rub your finger like that, hold it in like that. So you see, this is your lip color, natural one. And so then I go to a pharmacy and try to check if these ones are close to it. It's not the same color, but it's close. And what I do is I never fully apply the lip liner. I apply it, I rub it in. I apply it, I rub it in. And that's the way I build up the color. Oftentimes, I never use just one. I use a mix of few lip liners. I layer them in different order. It really depends on what I'm feeling that day, what color I'm going for. So I never just leave the line like that. I always rub it in, and that gives this natural look to my lip. And so these are my favorite lip liner products. That's it. That's all that was in my favorite repurchased and purchased skincare and beauty products. Please let me know down in the comment section below what of these, maybe some of these products are also your favorite ones, or what are your favorite products. If you have any recommendations for me, please write them down below as well. I love reading your recommendations and I love trying out new products. By the way, if you're still with me on this video and you're watching it until this very moment, now it's time for me to feature the outfit of today's video. So for today's look, I wanted to be comfortable and still look very classy. I opted for this dress that I've been wearing this a lot lately, with slippers, with heels, with espadrilles, and you've seen probably some of these pictures in stories as well as posts. So this is a dress by a brand called Just Nature. It's a sustainable fashion brand. I stumbled upon it in some shop, I don't remember where, but I loved how comfortable the material felt, and I loved how fitting and how elegant the dress design is. I have paired this dress with Chanel sling bags that are super comfortable, and I think they look very good and complement any dress. They immediately make the dress look a lot more elegant, but of course this dress by itself is also super versatile. And I never really feature my jewelry ever, but for today's video I wanted to share as well the jewelry, which is a special gift from my friend for my 33rd birthday, which happened last week. This is a necklace from Bulgari by my very best friend Aysel. By the way, if you're still watching this video and if you're interested in learning more in depth about etiquette, you can get my etiquette books on my website. They're available for international shipment anywhere from Japan to US, Latin America, you name it. You can also join my pre-recorded online etiquette courses. There are 2 of them on the website. One is called Western Formal Dining Etiquette from A to Z, that prepares you for the formal kind of dinner experience, be it you're going to meet your in-laws or maybe VIP clients for your business. You will be best prepared. Also, you can join the Art of Entertaining at Home, which will prepare you to become the best kind of a host that you can. It will show you how to decorate your table according to 4 different kind of seasons. You can also purchase it along with the ebook The Art of Entertaining at Home. All of that is available on my website. Thank you so much for watching this video until the very end. I hope that you enjoyed, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up and write down in your comment section below what are some video topic suggestions you have for me. I love reading your comments and I always listen to your feedback. Also, if you want to learn even more in depth and join my Patreon community, you can do so on Patreon. I have 2 kinds of club, etiquette and movie club, but you can also join to become a patron of both clubs. For my movie club, I feature etiquette review of different kind of movies every month. So I've done so far over 40 different kind of movie analysis, and by joining it now you can actually see all these movie analysis. Also, you can join the book club, where every month I do a summary of a book that I'm reading, all the different kind of lessons I learned from it. So if you want to become my patron, you're more than welcome to join my Patreon community club. Thank you so much.